Hello my lovely people, welcome to my channel. My name is Janet. Today we're going to be doing a 20-minute full body Pilates workout using light resistance weights. If you do not have any light weights lying around in your house, where sometimes you might not have them easily available, you can grab two things of equal weight to help with some resistance, such as 2 bottles of water or 2 cans of beans. If you don't want to and you are starting out on your Pilates journey, you can choose to do all the moves without any weights and it will still be just as effective. If you like these type of videos where it's a full body Pilates workout using either weights or maybe resistance band or no equipment at all, please let me know by leaving some comments below, liking this video and hit subscribe. Please grab your weights, your resistance, and let's get training, team.
Team, we're starting in standing position with the weights in both hands, stepping out to the side, as you see in the demo, stepping out side to side. So each move will be 50 seconds long with a 10 seconds rest. Feel free to keep going though in those 10 seconds rest if you want to just elevate that heart rate a little bit. Or your body's still feeling very good and fresh. So as you're warming up, you don't have to go too low in your squats side to side, but make sure your knees are traveling over the toes. And you're opening up the arms nice and wide to shoulder height. So the next move is with your right leg. You're going to point to the front, point to the side, point behind with some arms going with it. So when the leg goes forward, the arms is lifted, arms to the side, and then sweep the hands back using your triceps. My level 2s, if you can maintain this move by floating that right leg in the air the whole time, go for it, because that works on your stability of your standing leg, which is that left leg, which has a little bit of bend in it. Really good work here to work on that balance and activating glutes and those small little muscles in the legs that help you balance over time. But of course, tap the toes down anytime you need. Take a 10 seconds rest, maybe shake out that standing leg. Alright, so we're going to go into a squat to the right and lifting that right leg up with the arms opening nice and wide, bending at the elbows, so the arms come in to meet each other and then open away from each other. So kicking that leg horizontal to the hip line or a little bit higher if you can manage it. No stress if it doesn't go that high, you can go a little bit lower. Try to see if you can squat down a little bit more deeply now, team, as we are starting to warm up that body a little bit more. You might have that little bit more mobility coming through. Breathing out on the extensions. Inhale as you drop it back in. Good. Alright, taking that moment to just relax a little bit or keep going if you want to. Alright, so you're going to go into a wide squat. The elbows are coming into the waistline, and as you stand the legs straight, you are pushing the arms up into like a wide V. So we can start to activate your shoulders at the same time. Squat low, bum in line with your knees if you can go that low. Exhale out, lifting the arms up into that V shape, with a bit of a dynamic push-up. Breathing out on the lift. Holding in that spot, moving the feet just a little bit closer. We're going to start to focus in on the arms. So we're going to hold the arms into cactus. crisscross the arms and then push the arms up. Elbows come just in line with your shoulders, crisscross, and then exhale up. So crisscross twice, one arm over the other, alternating, and then lift the arms up, but making sure the arms stay just slightly in front of your face so you can still see them. If you were to lift the eyes up, you could see the weights just in front of you. This is just not to rotate your shoulders too much. Pull your belly button right into the spine there, because as you lift the weights above the head, you want to keep that ab activated. A little bit of soft bend in the knees always so that you're not hyperextended in your knee joints. You want to soften all the joints really in order to work the muscles more. Good. Roll out the shoulders if you need to. Have your feet just a little bit closer now. All right, we're going to do that same move that we did earlier, but on the left side. So forward, side, back with the leg, with the arms moving in line with your feet. And then level 2, to balance on that right leg with a slight bend and keep your left toes off the ground the whole time. So it's almost like you're doing a semicircle around the body, but with a point to the front, point to the side, point behind you. As you lift the arms behind you, your palms are facing to the back of the room, and it's going a little bit past the hips. Find something to stare at that's not moving to help you concentrate with your balance there. Good. Resting it out, shaking out that standing leg if you need to. All right, so we're going into that squat now with the left leg, and then left leg lifting up to the side, opening up the arms wide, squat down and lift. Kicking that left leg with purpose to the side of you, maybe lifting up to about hip level, to wherever your body can let you go today, depending how tight your hips are. Arms opening out wide. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the drop there. Good, nice and dynamic team with the movement. Use your legs to help boost you up. And resting. All right, we're coming down to the ground, ready for some 4-point kneels. You just need one weight as an option on the right hand, and then your left leg is going to come into pointer, out and in. So options here for my people with maybe some shoulder injuries or that are just starting out in Pilates. You can use no weight. You can also use no arms and just do the legs, focusing on that leg lift while keeping your body in the middle. The left arm that is supporting you, always have a little bit of bend in the elbows. Make sure your fingertips are nice and loose so they're not pressed down into the ground, because you don't want to overwork your wrist. So see how my back has just a neutral little bend in the lower back area. You don't want it to move up and down too much. You want to stay in that stability of that back. Good. All right, having a moment. So we're going to go stay with the same leg and arm. So right arm forward, left leg back. And we're just going to hold the point and lift straight up, straight down. So my left leg is going to lift and kick up a little bit past my hip, or in line with my hip if possible. And then my right arm is coming up to where sort of the side of my cheeks or ears are, if possible. So rather than thinking about lifting too high, think about length. You want to get your toes and fingers away from each other as you're lifting it up, so that you have a nice long lean body. Again, exhale on the exertion when you lift, inhale when you drop it down, floating up and down there. Your back leg can be pointed, it can be flexed as well if you tend to get cramps in the calves. Good, having a rest here. All right, so you're going to lie on your stomach facing whichever way is wanting. We're going to work the back, arms to the side. lift the up, and we're gonna go pull the arms back. Squeeze your glutes when you lift the chest. If you have lower back pain, I will suggest no weights today. I will also suggest that you move the arms off the ground, and as you pull them back, you do not lift the chest too high off the ground today. Especially if your back is feeling a little bit weak, you've been sitting all day and you've got niggles in your lower back, just careful. But this is really good back work to strengthen it up. Helps with your posture, helps if you feel like you're getting a rounding in your upper back. But always remember to squeeze your bum when you lift, because that is your protector, and pull your belly button into the spine. All right, arms are forward. We're gonna pop the hands onto the weights. Your legs are starting to kick like you're swimming. Option is to lift the chest later. So kick first, thighs off the ground, pointed toes. All right, I'm gonna roll the weights in and lift my upper body a little bit. That's your next leveling. And then option also later to pick the weights or hands off the ground. But it is quite intense for your back, all right? So careful of that strength because it uses your shoulders. All right, good. So we can either hold one weight, or if you're feeling zesty, hold both weights, one in each hand. I've opted for one weight, arms next to the ear, almost like you're swimming, and you're continuously kicking the whole time. All right, so you can do this arm movement from the very start if you want to strengthen the back a lot more. Or you can do half-half like I did here. Good. All right, come on up. Grab your single weight. We're just going to turn to the other side. So we're going to go to the pointer. The weight is now in your left hand. And your right leg is kicking out. Tummy muscles pulled into the spine. Remember, a little bit of bend in the right arm. Left arm leading strong next to the ear, and you're not moving your belly too much because it's pulled in tight and your lower back doesn't flex. So you shouldn't have a nice rounding in your lower back. That's too much out of neutral. You want to maintain that structure. Good work, team. All right, so we're going to keep the weight in the same arm and the leg is just extended. So as you can see in the demo, you're just going to go into the pointer and lift the leg and arm together. When you're ready, right leg lifts, left arm comes up to about ear line. Remember, options is to drop the weight. Option is to not move the arms today and just focus in on just your leg. Perfectly fine to start with a level 1 option, which is your leg only, because once you add those 2 lines, it gets a little bit more difficult and it does get a little bit harder. Also, as a tip, if your wrist starts to get sore, you can fold up your mat or put maybe a towel or something cushioning underneath your arm that is supporting you, and it takes a little bit more tension off the wrists. Nice work, team. Have a little moment. All right, we're going on our backs, grabbing both weights. We're going into dead bug. So dead bug is basically one leg goes out while the opposite arm goes behind your ear. So if right leg goes out, then the left arm goes back, and then vice versa. Tummy muscles pulled into the spine. You want your lower back to be either neutral, which means you feel like there's like a pea or a blueberry underneath your lower back, so you feel a little bit of space but not too much, and your back is lightly sitting on it. Or if you do have lower back pains, I think the safer bet is to actually curl your pelvis up and make your whole spine completely flat into the mat. So you're slightly out of neutral, but it's a better protector. And as you extend the leg and arm, there is no dome in the stomach because you are sucking it in every time you have to move away from the center point. Nice. Have a little moment. We're going to start to extend your legs out. Arms coming to the side, holding to the weight. Options to let go. Exhale, come up, extend the legs, chin tucks in as you come into like a sit-up. This is like a Pilates sit-up. You might do a crunch in other classes, but the legs and arms move in the same direction. So when the legs go out, the arms go beside you. Your head and shoulders come up. Options here. Drop the weight, pop the hands behind the head to protect the neck. So you're lifting your head and shoulders with the arms supporting the neck. Option also to do the same move, but no weights. And legs not to go as low if your lower back is really irritating you today. Nice work, team. All right, so we're going to start to work the obliques. So the arms are just floating behind my head, right, off the ground if you can. And then we're going to lift one leg and the opposite arm is going to draw to the outside of that thigh. So exhale, come down. Exhale, inhale at the bottom. Exhale to twist. So the hard thing here is to keep your arms floating off the ground behind your head. Option also to not use weights because it does make your shoulders work a lot harder. And lifting that knee up, getting your arms just to the outside of that knee for me. Breathing out, inhale into the middle. Nice work. All right, so we're going to come into a crunch position. Arms come out to the side. Legs are going to do a bicycle cycle for 8. So come up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. Exhale, come up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Take a breath. Come up again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Only less than 20 seconds to go. Keep going with the 8 cycles. If it gets too much, cut it down to 6 or 4. Option is to pop the hands behind the head, remember, especially if your neck is starting to get uncomfortable and back is completely flat, especially when you come all the way up there. Team, we are nearly done. We've only got 3 more exercises after this. All right, have a moment to rest here. We're coming into bridges. So feet bent towards you. So when you lift, you come into a 90-degree angle. And then as you squeeze your bum, lift the hips. And then arms come up into the air at the same time. Option is to not move the arms. You can keep them on the ground beside you. Press the tricep, the back of the arms into the mat to help you lift. But if you're feeling okay today, lift up. So when you lift your bum off the ground, I generally say you should have the space of like 2 fists stacked underneath your butt. Or if you look at yourself, your hips are in a diagonal line to the knee. So you look like a bit of a slide with your lower part of the body. Good. All right, maybe knees swishing side to side. All right, so we're going to lift up into bridge and we're just going to open up the knees wide into a wider V, and the arms are going to float beside you with the knees opening. Come back into the middle a little bit with the knees, and the arms are just moving pretty much about 20 centimeters off the ground, so it floats close to the mat and then lift up, go down. So you're moving the legs and arms in sort of in unison. And I'm up on my tippy toes with these bridges to make it harder. Feel free to drop the heels down, especially if your calves or back of the hamstrings are getting uncomfortable. Remember not to drop the height of the glutes too much. You are still holding, hopefully, that diagonal line. resting it out. All right, last little bit of core and then we are done. As you can see, I'm going to crisscross my legs. Legs come out to 45, arms beside my ears and crisscross. And drop it down. Come on up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and drop it down. So 8 crisscrosses, legs go a little bit higher in the air. If your back is sore, drop it down. All right, come back up again. You can also option not to do the arms next to your ear. You can just hold behind the head. Come down, come back up. We're almost there. 20 seconds to go, team. This is a core burner and then we'll do a quick stretch. All right. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Crisscross the legs. All right, I think we can sneak one more in, team. One more in. Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Crisscross and relax it through. Arms open, just stay with me. Drop the knees to the right side, top knee a little bit more extended, head looking the opposite direction. And just stay with this on the other side, head looking away from the bent knee. I just want your lower back to stretch out. It is not a long stretch, it is very, very quick. Of course, feel free to do more stretching after this. Feet together, knees out to the side, and then grasp the feet with both hands. This opens up your hips. Pull the feet nice and close towards you. Right leg straight up high, pull the leg towards you, head and shoulders up. Now don't forget to support my channel if you can, team. Just like, subscribe. Swap over to the other leg. If you need a little bit more stretch, I do have a post-workout stretch that I'll link at the end of this video that you can click onto if you've got another 8 minutes. Good. Hug both knees in and roll to the side. Slowly come on up. Give yourselves a clap. You are done. Thank you so much for working out with me today. I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.